Hi yogis, Katy here. So you may have watched my free introductory headstand video. So that was kind of the basic video of how to get into headstands safely. This one will be a little bit more advanced. So some fun things you can play around with. This is our intermediate video. So again, you may want a blanket, but if not, if you don't need one, don't worry about it. We'll get started here in a second. All right, yogis, so this video is kind of intermediate headstand. So if you're comfortable enough in headstand to start exploring some other things, this is kind of just stuff you can play with, okay? None of it is like super technical. It's just things you can do to challenge your core a little bit, to have a little bit more fun upside down, to gain a little bit more confidence. So as I mentioned, I like to practice headstand on a blanket. You certainly don't have to. I'll do a couple things in tripod variation and a couple things in basket weave. But really, if you're working up to what's going to be the advanced headstand video, tripod is where I would spend most of my energy, because that's where you get into like some fun arm balance transitions and things like that. You don't have quite as much freedom from a basket weave headstand, but we will have one thing you can try advanced in that. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with a tripod like we did in the other video. So remember, if you didn't watch that one, you can go back and do it, or grabbing outsides of your arms, putting your hands down. Where your hands stack is where the top of your head goes. Where your elbows are is where your hands go. You come back and you start to lift up. You can come to your triceps, or if you don't need to, you just come straight up. Now you can do these with straight legs or tucked knees. I'm gonna try tucked knees first because I'm not super duper warm today. But once you're upside down, you can start to play with twisting. You can twist to one side, twist to the other. You can play with doing a little bit of opening up your legs. Once you do that, maybe a little bit of core work of dipping to one side, dipping to the other side. If we need to bail, remember we bail as carefully as we can because we are on the crown of our head, okay? If that's feeling pretty okay, you can also start to play with bringing maybe your legs down a little bit. So if the twisting is kind of going okay, you can play with twisting a little bit deeper. Maybe finding contact with your knees, maybe you fall down, okay? Obviously I'm not super warm like I mentioned, but finding a little bit of contact, and it's gonna take some falling at first, okay? And that's also how we gain a little bit more courage, a little bit more enthusiasm to try new things, is just knowing that it's okay to fall and moving past that and not just like taking it as failure. So those are some things you can play with from your tripod. If you wanna do the same things in your basket weave, you certainly can. You can come to your, but well, to a certain extent, you can't take your knees to your arms, obviously. But if you want to come to your basket weave and play either with straight legs, whoop, straight legs or not, you can start to having a hard time balancing today. All right. Starting to play with twisting. One side, twisting to the other side. When you're ready, again, coming down. You can also play with adjusting the legs, playing with the legs. The reason I'm bringing up that twisting thing is because it's gonna lead you to some fun things in the advanced video, which hopefully I'll be able to demo. But it'll give you some opportunity to play with some fun things. Oh, one more thing I wanna show you in the intermediate, because we're gonna build onto it for the advanced. From your tripod, so getting us set up into your tripod again, is, again, you can go all the way from straight or not, but bringing your knees down, tapping your triceps, and going back up, okay? So go slow, go careful, especially if you've never done them before, but it's almost like headstand crunches. And again, if we need to bail out, just try to do so coming down softly so you don't crash onto your neck, okay? So all of those are some intermediate options. A lot of good core building strength in there. Try them out, see how they go, give them a shot. And then if you're feeling pretty comfortable, pretty confident, be sure you check out the next video for advanced stuff we can play with. Thanks, yogis.